Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a topic I know you guys love. Luxury fashion, but with a twist. We're talking about luxury bag brands that people just aren't buying anymore. Now, before the comments explode, this video is not to insult anyone's favorite brand. And it's not to say these brands make bad products. This is purely about consumer trends. What's losing popularity, what's not resonating with shoppers anymore, and why some luxury labels are fading out of the spotlight, while others are hotter than ever. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's go through 10 luxury bag brands that used to dominate. But today, the demand, hype, and resale value have taken a hit. Let's get into it. Let's start with the one that absolutely blew up in the 2010s, Michael Kors. There was a moment where MK was the status symbol for entry-level luxury shoppers. Walk into any mall in the world and you would see the jet set totes everywhere. But that extreme popularity is exactly what led to its downfall. Michael Kors went from aspirational to everywhere. And once the brand becomes too accessible, the luxury appeal fades. Combine that with constant outlet predation, heavy discounting, and local styles that became overexposed. And suddenly MK bags aren't the hot purchase they used to be. The brand still sells tens, but fashion-savvy shoppers have moved on to newer, more elevated designs. Coach is an interesting case. Today, Coach is on the rise again. But there was a solid 7 to 10 year stretch where consumers didn't want anything to do with it. Like Michael Kors, Coach suffered from outlet syndrome. You could get 70% off any day of the week. And the repetitive logo canvas styles made the brand feel outdated. In the mid-2010s, Coach bags were considered mom bags, period. But Coach has made one of the biggest comebacks in modern fashion. With a pillow tabby, higher quality leather, and better marketing. Still, its older styles are among the luxury bags people simply aren't interested in anymore. Kate Spade has always had a charming aesthetic, bright colors, playful designs, and a very recognizable identity. But charm isn't enough to maintain luxury relevance. Kate Spade's decline in popularity is tied to three things. 1. A very youthful look that doesn't age with shoppers. 2. Too many novelty designs, cute but not timeless. 3. Heavy discount culture, just like MK and Coach. Today, consumers want quiet luxury, minimalism, and versatility, and Kate Spade's whimsical aesthetic doesn't fit what the market wants right now. So why the brand still sells? It's not a label people are proud to show off, the way they once were. Oh boy, Guess used to be a stepping stone brand for young people wanting something that felt expensive. But its downfall has been building for years. Guess leaned heavily into large, shiny, in-your-face logos, which worked for a while, until consumers grew tired of maximalist branding. At the same time, Guess flooded outlets with cheap-feeling products. The result? Guess bags are now seen as fast fashion, pretending to be luxury. The resale market, practically non-existent. The prestige, pretty low. Guess still sells due to accessible pricing, but the luxury crowd pretty much tapped out years ago. Dooney and Buck used to be a quiet, respectable leather brand with a strong following, but trends changed, and Dooney didn't. Their designs started feeling dated compared to trendier brands, embracing modern shapes and minimalist styles. The logo-printed canvas bags from the 2000s also became a relic of a past fashion era. You rarely see young shoppers carrying Dooney bags today, and the lack of social media buzz hasn't helped. It's not a bad brand at all, but it's a brand people simply stop buying. Fala is high-quality, Italian, and well-made. Honestly, it deserves more love. But here's the truth. Fala never built the cultural presence it needed. It's a mid-luxury brand that doesn't compete with Chanel or LV, but it's also pricier than many people want to spend on a brand without a strong identity. And when the market is dominated by flashy bestsellers or influencer-backed bags, Fala gets lost. People aren't buying Fala because it's not trendy, it's not iconic, and it's not a status symbol. If you carry Fala, good for you. But it's not a brand generating excitement anymore. Mulberry is a sad story of a brand that was once the face of British luxury. Remember the base water, the Alexa? They were it bags. But then came constant price increases, inconsistent quality periods, a lack of new signature designs, and tough competition from YSL, Gucci, and Prada. Mulberry lost its global relevance. The resale market tells the whole story. Most Mulberry bags sell for a tiny fraction of retail. The brand still has a loyal UK following, but internationally, shoppers have moved on. Longchamp. Now listen, the Lee pliage is still iconic. It's not going anywhere, but everything else Longchamp makes, barely anyone is buying. Most consumers only know the brand for the nylon tote. And while that bag continues to sell, the rest of their leather bags rarely get attention. Longchamp never created a second hit bag. That defined the brand. When consumers only like one product from you, it's hard to maintain luxury momentum. Tory Burch is another brand that's not falling, but it's not in the way it used to be. It sits in an awkward position, too expensive to be considered accessible, not luxurious enough to compete with big fashion houses, heavily reliant on logo designs that trend followers have moved past. The Kira and Fleming bags had their moment, but today Tory Burch doesn't spark the same excitement as newer brands or major luxury houses. Shoppers want something fresh, and Tory Burch hasn't delivered its next big hit yet. Let's end with a nostalgia one, Juicy Couture. Juicy was a cultural phenomenon in the early 2000s. Velour tracksuits, bling out logo charms, barrel bags, it was everywhere. But the brand couldn't evolve. When Y2K fashion fell off, Juicy Couture fell hard. Today, even though Y2K is making a comeback, shoppers still view Juicy as a novelty brand rather than something worth investing in. Cute, yes. Luxurious? Not really. A brand people buy today? Not often. So, what do all these brands have in common? Why did they lose popularity? 3 things. 1. Oversaturation. When a luxury brand becomes too available, especially in outlets, exclusivity disappears. 2. Failure to evolve. Trends shift quickly. Quiet luxury, minimalist silhouettes, and higher quality standards change what consumers want. 3. Weak resale and low status appeal. People want bags that hold value, even emotionally. If a brand loses cultural presence, shoppers move on. And with social media influencing fashion at lightning speed, brands have to work harder than ever to stay relevant. So, should you still buy these brands? Now, this is important. Just because a brand isn't trending doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. If you like the design, the color, the leather, the practicality, go for it. Fashion should be personal, not dictated by hype. Some of these brands still make amazing products and offer great durability at lower prices than the big houses. This video is purely about market trends, not personal taste. So tell me in the comments, which brand surprised you the most? Which would you still buy? And do you want a video on luxury brands that are skyrocketing in popularity next? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one!